are you? Doing well. I'm doing well. That's good. You're doing good too. Just kind of like getting everything just clearing the space a little bit before we get started. Okay, so today what we're going to work on is helping to improve self-confidence or self-esteem if you want to work on that as well. The reason why I wanted to do this specific topic was because lately I've been kind of battling with self-confidence issues, and it's in I would say both areas of my life, and it's not in the realms of like, I'm not good enough or that sort of thing. It's more of in the realms of like, for an example, I've been really working on manifesting certain things in my life, and whenever those manifestations I won't say fail to come to fruition, but whenever the manifestations seem like they're not coming into fruition, I start to get pretty down on myself, because with the type of work that I do, I usually expect my manifestations to happen not very quickly, but in a decent amount of time, maybe like a month, 2 months, maybe 3. But when like you go like 5-6 months and your manifestations haven't fully manifested yet, I started getting down on myself and just started feeling like, if I can't even manifest my own things, how can I help people manifest what they're trying to manifest? How can I make candles for people in the future? Because I do candle work. I do a lot of spell and energy work. If I can't do it for myself, how can I do it for other people? Same goes for psychic readings. If I can't but if I can't, correctly, see what's going on for myself, how can I do that for anyone else? So that sort of talk has been pretty much plaguing my mind for the week, and actually for a couple months now. But it's really been bothering me this week because I had a certain thing I was trying to manifest at a certain period of time. And I understand, there's certain laws of natures. Maybe the energies just wasn't right at that particular time, or things happen. Real life stuff happens. But at the same time, I have such high expectations for myself, and that's my fault. I have to kind of like tamper it down a bit. But I have such high expectations for myself when it comes to my work that, when I start noticing that things aren't, working correctly, I attack myself, so because I'm just like, well, it starts with me. So if I'm not doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing, and it's not getting the results that it's supposed to get, I have to figure out what's causing that to be the case. So, but yeah, that's why I wanted to work on this, because this is also going to kind of help me, process, just the reality of that, like, these things take time. It's not just, snap and go. It's always something that, has to kind of, take its own shape in its own time, so to speak. But if you have those thoughts of like, if I can't do this, how can I do this? I'm there with you. The trick is to keep trying, though. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, try different methods, because you don't want to try the same method expecting, different results, because that's insanity. But, try different methods. Try different ways of doing things and see which one works for you. But the best advice I got this week, I watch ASMR too, guys. And I'm with all of you guys. I watch ASMR. I have my ASMR artists that, I watch. Lunanate is one. Massage ASMR is another one. I have a whole bunch more, but the one that kind of gave me the best advice for this week was Massage ASMR. And he said something along the lines of, he had two methods. There was a spiral method, and then there was the who's driving the bus method. And I really resonated with what he was saying. The spiral method is, the way he explained it was, and I'll kind of give you guys like a bit of a demonstration, is that whenever, bad things happen to you, we always start at the top of a spiral, right? So whenever, negative things happen to us, we start to spiral down and go lower and lower and lower. And the trick is to catch ourselves before we hit rock bottom. And think of things that, make us happy, or do things that make us happy. Like, let's say your favorite thing to do is, take your dog for a walk, or play video games, or whatever may, bring you some sort of happiness. Whenever you start to notice yourself going in that downward spiral of negative thinking of like, I'm not good enough, or, if I can't do this, how can I do this? Find something that you truly enjoy that brings you happiness, so you can stop the spiral. Because whenever you find that, happiness, that little piece of, joy, piece of peace, it starts to bring you right back up. So you're no longer spiraling down, you start to go back up. And your thoughts change, and your mood changes, and you change. You start to feel a lot more optimistic. So that method resonated with me. And the bus method, and this is how he explained it. So there's a bus, all right? And there's different versions of you on that bus. There's a happy version of you, there's a sad version of you, there's an angry version of you, there's a version of you with anxiety, a version of you that's, just manic. And you kind of have to figure out what version of you is driving that bus. Let's say, for an instance, you go to get some food somewhere. You place your order. You're very clear and concise with what you want. And you look in your order whenever you receive it, and it's wrong. And if you're like me, you kind of have a little bit of a short temper in certain situations, especially if it's like a hard day at work and you just want to go home and eat some food, but then you check your order and it's wrong, and that's the last thing you kind of needed, because the customer before you came home was just a really, really, really pain in that. And you had to deal with that today, and you really didn't feel like dealing with that. So all you needed was just that one good thing to happen, just that one good thing to happen. And then as soon as you think you have that moment of peace, you look into your food and it's all wrong. It's just like everything just blew up. If you're like me, the first thing that pops into the driver's seat of that bus is anger. What you have to do as a person is identify, say, okay, so anger, is in the driver's seat. And you have to yank anger out of it. And you have to put your authentic self back in. But be like, okay, anger, I understand where you're coming from. I get your feelings. But if we approach this way, we're not going to have positive results. And we need positive results. That's the whole point here, right? So, when it comes to my manifestations or in my work in general, regardless of what it may be, the person in the driver's seat was more of a, sad, down on himself type of person. But this week, I made it an effort to kind of gently, pull that part of me out of the driver's seat and put the authentic self, my authentic self in that driver's seat. So that way I can continue to do my work and try different results, try different, methods so I can get the results that I want and pretty much approach it in a more productive fashion. So that way, I'm not wasting my time being upset and depressed about something. I'm actually, trying to take care of the issue and trying to resolve whatever, thing I'm trying to resolve. So whenever you go through any sort of issues, whether it be self-confidence, low self-esteem, just kind of identify like who's driving your bus, who's in control when you're going to pursue whatever you're trying to pursue. And if it isn't your true authentic self, then they need to get out of the driver's seat. Okay. So I'm going to take a few deep breaths in. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. It's raining outside. I bet you can hear it. And breathe in. And breathe out. Good, good, good. Okay. So you're not too bad today. You don't have too much negative energy in your aura. So we don't need the scissors. I'll bring them out next time. I just mainly want to focus on just getting the energy right. Just making sure anything that could be blocking my work is cleared out. Okay. I'm going to use this brush to smooth everything out. And then we're going to go ahead and do some light therapy. 3, 2, and 1. Three, two, and one. All right. You're doing great. You're doing excellent. Okay. Three, two, one. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay. do a little light therapy. Let's see. Three, two, one. 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 Good. You're doing great. You're doing excellent. Just relax. Good. Okay. Three, two, one. Three, two, and one. All right. Just gonna clear the space just a little more. Use this flashlight just to kind of clean up everything. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Just one more. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Quick little sweep, and I'll let you get some rest. Okay. Three, 2, and 1. Just making sure those negative thoughts don't reappear and continue to cause you any more issues. Okay, just set that down right here. Almost done. Okay, that should do it. Okie dokie. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate every single one of you taking the time out of your day to watch these. I'm extremely thankful for all the comments, likes, subscriptions, every single one of them, guys. I'm very, very thankful and very, very, very appreciative. All of you, every single one of you are the best. So, I want to just wish you guys a good week. I hope every one of you had a happy holidays, a decent holiday. I know this year was, kind of ended on a weird, crazy note. But hopefully 2020 can be a lot better than 2019. So, take care. I'll see you next week. I love each and every one of you. Have a good one.